Hey guys, I got a special movie review today, but first, I gotta power up. Hey guys, Super Saiyan Zeracon here, and here's my review for Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. Now, this can be considered the first canon movie because it was actually written by Akira Toriyama, the writer for Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Um, it was pretty good actually. This one was less focused on action and more so on story. Uh, and it's was a pretty decent movie actually. Compared to the other movies where, they were just basically there for the action, this one actually has plot to it. Now, it's established between the end of the Boo saga and the end of Z altogether because it's during the 4 or 7 year gap uh, that happened between then. And so that's when the movie actually takes place. Uh, and so, I'm not really sure what exactly to say. It's Goku going up against the God of Destruction, Beerus. Beerus, yeah. Originally we called him Bills. I kind of like that more, but now it's Beerus. Uh, and so he's basically, trying to become the next, form of Super Saiyan. And I feel like one thing that the publicity team did wrong was spoiling so much of the movie. Because if you go to their website, you will already see what like the Super Saiyan God form looks like. You'll already, and then also the clips. They're showing you so much that's happening. You pretty much already have seen about half, maybe 3/4 of the movie. Um, One of the problems I had with the movie was its animation style. It was too clean. Now, think back to Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. The style for those, the animation wasn't as well honed, so it, things look kind of gritty. The film looked kind of gritty in those days, the way they recorded it. This one seems too clean. It looks like something you'd see in one of the Dragon Ball opening intros for one of the games or something like that. I don't have a problem with those because it's only for about a minute or so, but with that, um, I didn't really care for that too much. Also, the fact that they added in CGI was a bit of a pain to me because it it didn't seem right to me. Um, it was great seeing the English cast together again. Some of the new voice actors whom they replaced since Kai, I wasn't too fond of. The voice actor for Beerus, I actually liked him though. I thought he did a pretty good job. Um, the plot was pretty decent enough. During the like, the downtime, I guess, when no one was really fighting. No, it got a little silly, and sometimes like with what stuff going on, but I wouldn't say it would be too bad. Which also lets me, I wish to remind you guys now that next year there's going to be a sequel for this. It's going to be released in Japan. Maybe we'll be getting it in, I don't know, 2016. Hopefully we won't have to wait as long, because of rights and stuff, and Funimation will be able to just hop right back into this and then just continue redubbing it. One thing that I'm glad they did for the dub release was that uh, they kept the ending tributes for the Dragon Ball series as a whole. You know, seeing it from the timeline from the beginning in the manga all the way to the end. You know, also with Flo's rendition of Chala Hechala. I'm glad they kept that in. That's one of the things. Even though I would have probably preferred to, I probably would have liked to hear a Bruce Falconer score because that was a pretty good soundtrack back in the day. Although Super Saiyan God form though wasn't really all that impressive. Basically it looks like Goku in his Kaioken form. There's not it there's nothing original about it. It's basically you're just rehashing character designs. And so I didn't really like that a whole lot. Um, like I said, there was some stuff I didn't like, there was some stuff that was, funny, but I was like, really? Vegeta? I understood why some stuff happened. Now, of course, there are going to be like plot inconsistencies. For example, how come Emperor Pilaf and his gang are alive? Because don't forget that Earth was destroyed by Kid Buu, and it was uh, brought back when they wished that Earth to be restored, and also the people except for the bad guys. Now, Emperor Pilaf would be considered a bad guy, so why was he brought back with the wish? That was just a plot inconsistency I just noticed straight off the bat. Um, Let me think of some other stuff. There was some other stuff that I had complaints with, uh, but overall, I felt that a whole lot of the pros definitely outweighed the cons. It was a great movie. If you if you like Dragon Ball Z, you might not like this one as much because there's not as much action as you would expect. Like if you watch Cooler or Broly or one of those movies, you'd expect a whole lot of action out of this one, especially considering that the original writer wrote this, helped to write this script and storyline. Uh, Maybe because it's more lighthearted, you might be reminded of the original Dragon Ball, or dare I say it, GT. But yeah, it's pretty good, and because of this movie, we can definitely say that GT is not canon. Also, just a heads up, there's going to be a reference to another Saiyan. Now, in order to really understand that, you'd have to see Yo, Son Goku and Friends Return. That one didn't get an English dub, so just look it up online. Maybe search it on Wikipedia, and then you'll be able to get some more information. Now, that one can actually be considered canon too because it was based off a story idea by Akira Toriyama. So this movie kind of links into that one as well. There are only 3 days left to see this movie, so I would definitely recommend any Dragon Ball Z fans out there, go see the movie. It was really great to see it. This is the first time that a Dragon Ball Z movie has been shown in theaters. Uh, I'm not going to say Dragon Ball Evolution because that was horrible, and it's down there with, well, it's even below GT. So there you go. But yeah, would I recommend seeing it? Yeah. So overall, I'd give this movie a 7.3 out of 10. So can't wait to see the next one. Hopefully they won't make it into a new series because I feel the whole story's been told. But hey, it's pretty good for what it is. So until next time, see you later.